What's up, guys? Adapart here, and today I want to share with you guys a little perspective. I want to get you guys in, as I generally say for these videos, a certain mindset when it comes to raiding. The reason for this is I want you guys to improve. I want you guys to do better. I don't want you as a raider, if you are in whatever difficulty you are in, I don't want you to think that that is the end-all be-all, that you are only good enough for 1 out of 7, for 3 out of 3 normal. You are only good enough for, 4 out of 7 heroic, and you're not going to be able to progress. I want you to know that you can do better, but it starts at the beginning with a specific mindset. And what is that mindset? That mindset is countless things that we've looked at. However, the one that we're going to look at today is something that I remind my guild on a weekly basis, especially when we are doing easier content. And for us, and that might be a little unfair. My guild is most definitely not, and I've said it before, a top 10 world first. We're just not pushing that. However, we do push the members of the guild. I want the raiders to progress. So we're kind of middle of the road. We're doing mythics, we're doing heroics, etc. However, we do sometimes fall back, whether it be a fun run, whether it be, something happened and we don't have the people on, whatever the case might be, we may step back and do a normal run. And one of the lessons, one of the things that I convey to my raiders when we're going through normal and when we're going through heroic, because we can clear this content so fast, is this. Every single mistake that you make in normal is multiplied in heroic. Every single mistake that you make in heroic is multiplied in mythic. And what I mean by this is, if you feel that it's okay to do things like not pre-pot, not flask, not eat a food buff, use a cheap food buff, stand in, bad stuff, not move out of this, not, do that, not interrupt, whatever the case might be for whatever boss. If you are okay doing it on normal, you're never going to get past it on heroic. If it's okay for you to not move rot out of the group in normal, what makes you think you're going to be good at doing it when it comes to heroic? What makes you think that you're going to be even remotely capable of doing it when it comes to mythic? So when I see these things, I remind and I spout off to my guild members, my raid members, the guys in the raid, play it like you're in mythic. Play it like if you are in, a normal guild, play it like you're in heroic. Meaning, the things that regardless of the gear, regardless of the experience, regardless of any other factor, play it like it will fucking kill you. Because if you want to get better at this game, you cannot get complacent. You cannot fall back. One of the things that one of my raiders, we were doing normal Emerald Nightmare. We cleared heroic, and we wanted to do normal just to, kind of goof off and, get some kills and see if we can get some legendaries. And we had 1 or 2 people that kind of needed some gear. They had switched alts and, to alts that are now their main raid characters. And one of the guys said, do I have to pre-pot? Do I have to pre-pot on this? And yeah, we're killing these things in 1 minute and 30 seconds per boss. I think Ursoc, it was like 1 minute and 40 seconds. It's nothing. But it's that mindset, that overarching mindset behind it of, if I don't have to pre-pot in normal, do I have to pre-pot in heroic if it's on farm? Why should I? Why should I pre-pot in heroic? Well, I'm not used to pre-potting for mythic. I haven't done it. I haven't done it in normal. I haven't done it in heroic. I'm not used to interrupting. When do I interrupt this guy? What do you mean I have to run rot out? I can't hit other people with it? It's detrimental to the raid? These are the things that I'm talking about. Is get in the mindset of, these things will kill you. These things will wipe the raid. These things will ruin you. These things will prevent you from doing what you need to do. So regardless of how much you overgear, how much you're able to just ignore mechanics, ignore, fire, ignore whatever, don't do it. Now, I'm not saying don't push yourself. Don't try to do, more with less. I'm not saying that. If you have someone that wants to switch to an off spec and your healers are good to go, or whatever the case might be, go for it. But if you or your raiders allow yourselves to get into this mindset of it's okay to ignore it because it's just normal, it's okay to not worry about this mechanic, it's just heroic, what makes you think you're going to be able to handle it when it comes to Mythic? What makes you think that as a normal guild that you're going to be able to handle this when it comes to heroic? What makes you think if you want to step into a normal guild and you're doing LFR or LFG that you're going to be able to handle this shit? Play it like it's Mythic. Play it like it will fucking wipe the raid. And once you get into that mindset, and once you understand that I take every single mechanic seriously, I take every single pull seriously, I pre-pot, even though it sucks and I have to farm mats and I have to spend gold, and I make sure that I have the best enchants and the best, that's something that we've talked about before is one of the guys that I played with said, we're in normal, and this was beginning of Legion once raids came out. Do I have to get the expensive mats? Do I have to get the expensive gems and the expensive enchants? And I told you guys this, and I told him this, and it bears repeating. Do you have to? No, you don't. I'm not going to force you to. I cannot force you as a player to do anything. As the guild leader, as the raid leader, I can ask you to do things. I can't force you to do a damn thing. However, I don't have to bring you into the raid. You're not going to force me to send you a raid invite. So when you choose to not play it like it's Mythic, when you choose to not take things seriously, and you choose to be cheap about your potions, your flasks, your gems, your enchants, and you do substandard DPS, and we know you can look at the logs for fights, you can compare those that do and those that do not use potions, and you can see the millions of damage difference between them. When you can see that stuff, and I can see it, and I can see that you weren't willing to spend gold, time, etc., and I have an equally geared player who was willing to do it, and they are so far ahead of you in healing, damage, mitigation, whatever it might be, why would I take you? So again, I'm going to urge you guys one last time before this video wraps up, is take it seriously. Play it like it is Mythic. Play it like whatever you are going to do or opt not to do is going to wipe the raid, is going to kill you, is going to prevent you from killing the boss. Because it may not right then and there. You may be perfectly fine. You may be able to ignore mechanics and ignore, expensive mats and expensive enchants and all that crap. Can you do it on Heroic? Can you do it on Mythic? Should you? Hopefully you guys like what I'm saying here. If you do, if you like this video, you guys know the deal. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Both of these things encourage me a great deal to continue to make the content that you guys are seeing here. If you want to have any discussion about this stuff, by all means, in the comment section below, I would love to have discussion on this. And until next time, guys, I'll see you.